This is kind of an off-topic editorial, not on Sasquatch, not on Bigfoot, but rather on the upcoming third installment in the Christopher Nolan Batman series. The Dark Knight Rises comes out next July. Not this July, not July 2011, but July 2012. July 20th, 2012, The Dark Knight Rises will be released. It hasn't been shot yet. It hasn't been filmed yet, but I've been reading some information about it. I found out that an actor named Tom Hardy will be playing Bane. Now, for those who aren't familiar with Bane, he's kind of this huge, muscular force of nature. And he looks like a pro wrestler. He's got a mask like a pro wrestler. Kind of dresses like a pro wrestler. But one thing in the comic books, he wasn't just this dumb thug type. He was an intelligent individual. Extremely intelligent. In the comic books, he was intelligent enough to figure out Batman's true identity as Bruce Wayne. And he was able to find him, at Wayne Manor and fought him and broke his back. That was during the Nightfall miniseries. It's been 18 years since that miniseries debuted, by the way. 18 years. It was done over multiple issues of Batman, Detective Comics, and other Batman titles. I believe Shadow of the Bat was also one of the titles that included the Nightfall storyline arc, where Bruce Wayne as Batman was crippled temporarily. His back was broken. All Bane did was just pick him up and slam him over his knee. Because I used to have that issue years ago. I had the Nightfall miniseries, or the series, which all led up to Batman number 500, where an individual named Jean-Paul Valley became the new Batman. He was originally a superhero called Azrael, and he was given the mantle of the Bat. He was given the mantle of the Bat. He was able to stop Bane. But anyway, yes, Bane's going to be the main villain in the next Batman movie. And interestingly enough, another casting choice is Anne Hathaway as Selina Kyle. Now, a lot of people have been speculating, well, that means she's going to be Catwoman. That has not been established. That has not been established yet. As of right now, she's been cast as Selina Kyle, not as Catwoman. We know that Selina Kyle does become Catwoman, but perhaps she does not become Catwoman in this movie. It's entirely possible she may not even be Catwoman. She may just be a character sort of off to the side, as it were. She may even be a romantic interest for Bruce Wayne. I'm not necessarily so sure she's going to be Catwoman. Right now, the indications are she's going to be Selina Kyle. Anne Hathaway is playing Selina Kyle, not Catwoman. But anybody who has seen the first two Christopher Nolan Batman movies knows how terrific they were. Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. I mean, The Dark Knight, posthumous Oscar for the late Heath Ledger, whose performance as the Joker was absolutely amazing and incredible. And it'll be interesting to see what direction they take with the character of Bane, and also with Selina Kyle. And will Selina Kyle have any connection with Bane? As I recall in the comic books, they really didn't have any connection. Bane was just this intelligent individual who came to the United States. He escaped from a prison, an island prison, and he became a sort of a mercenary. He was a mercenary type, but he also went into business for himself. And he was a very highly intelligent individual. He wasn't just this big musclehead. He was an intelligent individual. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. You know what? And I hope that they will explore Bane's background in that context. I hope that they'll incorporate some of the comic book origins of Bane into the film origins of Bane. What I loved was about The Dark Knight was the way they portrayed Harvey Dent, and then when he became Two-Face. Now, when he became Two-Face, he wasn't really necessarily a villain. He was more of a sort of an anti-hero. He would kill mobsters, but he would also kill the good guys with the flip of a coin, because that's how Two-Face, Harvey Dent, determined what he would do. Determined whether or not he would commit crimes, or if he would. He determined whether he would commit crimes or not. It was all with the flip of a coin. The double-headed coin, one side was scarred. Interestingly enough, in The Dark Knight, the reason it was scarred was because of a fire that engulfed half his face. And the CGI makeup that they did on Aaron Eckhart, it was amazing. I mean, you just about don't want to look at it. That's how amazing it was. It was just, they did not use makeup. They did not use any makeup at all on Aaron Eckhart. They used CGI, where they had like a tracking, or they had things to where it would look like he had sort of tracking diodes on his half of his face to make it a lot easier for them to put the CGI on half his face. And like I say, he was kind of an anti-hero type. He wasn't really a villain so much, because he killed corrupt cops as well. And he killed, I think he only killed two people, and they were corrupt cops. So he felt like he was actually doing the work of the people, as it were. Harvey Dent was the district attorney of Gotham City. He was the White Knight of Gotham City. And then when he was disfigured, he went over the edge. And actually, the Joker was the one who drove him to that. But Two-Face was killed off in The Dark Knight, and Christopher Nolan said he was not going to bring the Joker back played by anybody else, because he said he wouldn't feel right about doing it. He said that Heath Ledger's performance was just so brilliant that it would kind of cheapen it to bring somebody else into the role. I mean, it would have been interesting to see if perhaps the Joker had been brought back, but I can also understand why he wouldn't be brought back, because I think Nolan wants to move along and introduce newer villains. And the thing is, Bane has been portrayed on the big screen. That was in the horrid Batman and Robin, and he was just a big idiotic thug. He was just a big idiot thug. He wasn't intelligent like he was portrayed in the comic books. But I'm confident that Christopher Nolan is going to portray him as an intelligent individual. And I loved Christopher Nolan's portrayal of Ra's al Ghul, played by Liam Neeson in Batman Begins. And also the Scarecrow was an interesting choice. That was Cillian Murphy. I thought that Cillian Murphy was terrific as the Scarecrow. And